Hey guys, it's been a minute since I've done one of these videos. Got the chance to check out a Triarc. Right here, it's a Triarc Tri-11. This was sent out to me, a buddy of mine out of state. He purchased this pistol and finally got it. He's put about 5,000 rounds through it. Since I've had it for about 2 weeks now, and I put about 700 rounds through this one, suppressed and just shooting it without the suppressor, and wanted to just go over it, a little benchtop review, talk about the staccato. I know some people are very interested in the Triarcs, but there's a long wait to get them. So also, I'll open up the comments, like if anybody wants to ask questions, I can answer the best that I can. But just going to kind of go over some of the differences, some of the similarities, my thoughts, and if I would own one. So, little backstory on this pistol. It was ordered a while back. The original. So here's I'll talk some things about the company. My view on the company and the gun are very different. He ordered the pistol. They told him approximately 12 to 16 weeks build time. Following that, it took approximately 18 months to get this pistol in his hands. Over that time, I believe, due to the delay, they did offer him a barrel upgrade, so he went with a threaded barrel versus just the regular barrel. This model is a bushing barrel. I believe they're all bushing barrel, but they are coming out with a bull barrel model. It does have these much taller sights, front and back, so that it's got a really good co-witness through the optic. But yeah, so he ordered the pistol. Let me get back on topic. I apologize. He orders the pistol, waits his 1.5 years, which it should have been 12 to 16 weeks, which is, it's unfortunate, for a wait that long. But, I know we're going through some things, pandemic, whatever, but either way, like, I feel companies should know about how long it's taken for their pistols to get out there. Some of the things I've seen online and through Reddit, Instagram, other places, a lot of people have had a rough time in their orders. There have been some issues with guns here and there. I've seen, where a couple of ARs had some issues. I don't know if Triarc was able to get that sorted out or not. Pistol-wise, though, haven't really seen much about issues. Only seen a couple things here and there, a couple coating issues, but that's about it. Other than that, it's just like any gun company. You're going to run into problems here and there. Not every gun is going to be perfect. There's been staccatos that have had to go back. There's been any number of companies who had to have guns go back. Like I said, not perfect, so I get that. My big concern is the weight and customer service and being upfront about your orders. Now, to get into the pistol, he opted for a Triarc RMR. He added that afterwards. He's got a Surefire X300 Ultra on here. Like I said, it does have the bushing barrel, the bushing threaded barrel. It is rocking an old school, I would say, like first gen STI style grip. I would say this is most likely an STI grip from what I can tell. It does use the Dawson mag release. Super stoked that they're using that part. This, whenever I owned STIs, this was one of the first things I changed. I went to a Dawson mag release. It just feels a lot cleaner, smoother, works better. I don't know who's making Staccatos mag releases. In the Gen 2s, you can't get that. They just have their Gen 2 mag release, like this one. You can kind of hear it. I'm not a huge fan of it personally. I think this is something that could be improved on. Someone out there, I'm sure, makes a better one, possibly. I haven't seen too many of these out there. I think 10.8 Performance makes an aftermarket one. I don't know how smooth it is. You can swap the spring to make it a little bit lighter. That can sometimes help. But yeah, it's just not, that's not my favorite part. Love my staccatos, but mag release, not my favorite part. So yeah, really super smooth, nice mag release. Fit and finish feels really good. The coating on this is a multicam Cerakote. To me, They did a really nice job on it. In hand, it feels really good, looks good. Looks like it's held up very well. Ed, the guy that sent this pistol to me, has over 5,000 rounds into it. You can see a little bit of wear, some holster wear and stuff. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, the finish to me felt a little bit higher end than just a lot of the Cerakote jobs I've seen out there. So whoever they got doing their Cerakote's doing a really nice job in there. The sights on it, these are some really tall sights. I've seen it done in some of the STIs and Staccatos. They've had some taller sights. I personally opt for something shorter. I like it when it's much closer down. Let me show you here on this one. So with this one, they're a lot lower. This is a Holosun 507K, and I like when they're just barely usable, personally, in my window, because it gives me more window for my dog. With these, you can see they take up some of the window. There's not as much window for your dot there. It's fine. It's a personal preference thing. I shot the pistol just fine, shot it very well, and I really did enjoy shooting it. A couple other things, just talking about the pistol itself. So with the grip, Gen 1 STI grip, from what I can tell, stippled. Stippling's nice. It's not very grippy, but it works. It's not extremely aggressive or anything. It's not something that would bother you carrying. The trigger. This is, for me, where this gun shines. I'm gonna turn your mags in there. So, the trigger is very nice. There's really almost no creep. Pretty easy break. It's very nice. I will say it's fit very well. There's almost no play side to side. Just a touch of play up and down. It's fit a lot better than, say, like a Staccato factory trigger. I believe Staccato's triggers are starting to get a little bit tighter, which is good. But if you grab like a old STI or earlier Staccatos, the plastic trigger that they had in there is pretty loose. I will say the Staccato CS has a very well fit metal trigger in them. So something's going on over there. They're doing some really good things at Staccato. Love it. But the Triarc, it has a better feeling trigger out of the box than what my Staccatos did, for sure. I cannot fib about it. Like, this trigger is very nice. I actually feel that this trigger is fit to this gun better than the Atlases that I've held and shot. So that to me says a lot. Atlas commands a pretty decent price out there, and I know there's a lot of guys that swear by them. Personally, this trigger's fit better from what I can tell. And obviously this is one Triarc that I've held. I've held 3 Atlases. With what I have to go by, I prefer this trigger. On the safeties, their safety is a little bit wider on this right side, and it's a little bit narrower on the left side. But I can tell this is like a carry setup, so this is a little bit more flush, less to protrude into the shooter's body while they're carrying. Personally, that's not an issue for me. I would rather have equally wide thumb safeties on both sides, because this to me is not extremely wide and wouldn't make much of a difference, you know, based on where the grip is and all that. And you can see how much thinner this is. At first, it kind of bugged me, but you know, if you're intentional about getting your thumb on it, it's fine. Very positive up and down. It's not mushy either way. So really no fear that it's gonna, you know, go into safe or drop from safe like easily. Like, these are very positive. So those are good. The slide release is a little, to me, I mean, it's there, it works. It's a little more flush than I like. So with the thumb safeties and the slide release, I prefer something a little bit more prominent, because I like to rest my thumb on that. It's something that, you know, the Staccato, I never miss it. This, when I first started shooting, I missed it a couple times. So you have to be a little bit more, like I said, intentional. The slide release on the staccato is definitely more aggressive, so it's easier to catch it and drop it. I like that. I'm a big fan of it because, like I said, it doesn't really add that much to it to get that little extra like ledge, so to speak. So yeah, that's pretty much the outside, the kind of the overall. Triarc does make some mags. The bodies look like staccato bodies. They do their own base plate, and I'm not sure on the follower. Springs, it's whatever they put in there. I will say all the Triarc mags have worked great in all of my 2011 pistols. Every mag that I've thrown into the Triarc has worked good. So all the staccato mags, the Atlas mags, the Prodigy mags, the Triarc mags that I have here. Training mags work good. Everything was nice so far. This pistol, like I said, had over 5,000 rounds. I put about 700 rounds, so round count's probably about in the 6,000 range. Was pretty darn dirty. Ed did advise me, he'll field strip it and clean it and oil it really good, but he has never taken down, taking the extractor out, like really taking the top end down at all. So I did take that down after I've shot it. I did shoot it suppressed and unsuppressed. It was pretty gunked up in the extractor. So cleaned all of that out. There's a lot of carbon buildup. Right up under the ejector, there was a lot built up into the slide release pin. So got it all cleaned up. The thing is super smooth. Let's see. Oh, safety's on. Like I said, super smooth. I would say it racks smoother than my C2 does. They do run different recoil systems. The C2 is running the Recoil Master, which is that dual spring setup that they have for this barrel length. The Triarc is running a very traditional recoil system, much like the Colts. I've seen it in a few other 1911 style pistols. So it's got that plug that's kind of short, the long spring, and then the spring catch plug, I guess. I'm not sure the name on that one. Actually, it's the recoil reverse plug, that one. So overall, shooting between the two pistols, very used to my C2. I did add the Parker Mountain Machine compensator on it for when I'm not shooting suppressed. Really like this pistol. Shoot very well with this pistol. This gun is why I sold my P, pretty much, and that having the Prodigy. Very capable, but this is an aluminum frame, so this pistol is lighter by a decent amount than the Triarc. Something I'll say about the Triarc, it has the bushing barrel. A lot of people that know me know that I am not a big fan of bushing barrels. The bushing barrel that I owned was the DVC-3 gun, and I had all the DVC-3 guns. I've had the bull barrels and the bushing. The bushing barrel version of that gun did not shoot well. The recoil was not very good. It was a lot better with the bull barrels. So I've always found that I like the balance of a bull barrel better. Triarc's doing something here with this pistol where the balance is right. I don't know if it's because, pretty much the full length frame, that steel is helping that weight, because the barrel is much, thinner than the bull barrel I have over here. But the balance of it does feel much heavier forward on this pistol than it does in my C2. You can feel the weight of it is more there. Recoil is better in the Triarc when shooting. Both guns performed great. Both performed really well with the suppressor. I will say with the Tri-11, I threw my can on it. With my P, I had the Dead Air Odessa 9. When I first ran it on my P, I had to tune a couple things with the Odessa to where the P would run properly. On the C2, I've taken that Odessa with 7 baffles, and I did my shims the way they need to be. Put it on the C2, C2 runs it perfectly. Threw it right here on this Tri-11. Tri-11 ran it perfectly. It mitigates the recoil a ton. This gun is an absolute pleasure to shoot suppressed, like very nice. This gun also shoots very well without it. Like I said, I think the recoil on this is better than the C2. I would venture to say it is still a little bit more pleasurable to shoot than the C2 with the comp. But I also don't have a ton of time behind this one with the comp. So, you know, that was just off one range trip between the two pistols. I did enjoy shooting this one a little bit more than this one. Now, pricing. The Triarc is priced around $4,000 in this setup, before the light and the optic. So, the Staccato C2, I did order it with the full-size P tack grip. I do have the magwell on it, and I also have the full infinity trigger kit that's in this pistol. This kit runs, I believe, around $300. The grip was an extra $100. Magwell, I had that laying around, so I'm not even gonna really include that in the price, but I think they go for like 60 bucks. So I think all in, this pistol's right around the $3,000 mark with what's going on here besides the comp. This pistol's in the $4,000 region. That's also before optics and lights. So it's kind of a tough call. You know, it's a big difference in price, $1,000. When you're up at these pistols, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it can be depending on who you are and why you're getting into the gun. I think the Triarc's a really cool option if you want something different. Triarc, I will say their slides are really pretty. I love their serrations. I do like the design of the slide. I like how they do it. I like the Cerakote. I'm a big DLC fan personally. This Cerakote is done very well though. It's built very good. It's super tight. There's really no play in the slide or anything like that, or the barrel. It's all locked up very nice and tight, which is a good thing that you want to see in a 2011 or double stack 1911. No reliability issues that I've heard from Ed. I had no reliability issues. I was shooting some junk European 9mm brass that I got during the whole COVID thing, and I did have like one failure with it, but it was really ammo related. You could see the bulge in the case, like something was wrong with that when they were loading it. So, would I own a Triarc? Yes. If you're looking for the best bang for your buck at the end of the day, the C2, you're gonna get more, so to speak, option wise, you know, threaded barrel, all that, for less money. But once again, I upgraded the trigger and all that, and it's still less money than the Triarc. And you can get a C2 in, what, 30 to 90 days, unless you pay fast track, and you can get it within 30 days. The Triarc, you gotta wait. The wait is 12 to 16 weeks, possibly a year and a half. I don't know where Triarc is in their build times anymore. I don't know if they've corrected that or if they've updated like what they're telling their customers. I will say this, would I own one? Yes. I do like this pistol. Where does it fall in the 2011 lineup for me? I would say maybe a little bit higher tier than the Staccato. I would say it's a higher tier than the Staccato. It's fit and finish is nice, but this C2, there's no play in this slide. There's no play in this barrel. The trigger was good out of the box, but I upgraded that myself with the Infinity trigger, and I would put this trigger up against that Triarc trigger at this point. It's fit extremely well for a drop-in. You get a lot here, but this you can be a little bit more custom. You can be a little bit more one-off. You can choose your design for your Cerakote and the colors. It's going to stand out a little bit more because everyone's kind of buying Staccatos. Triarcs, you don't see them out as much. It's a very nice pistol. It's built good. I think it does command the price that it's charging. Would I like to see it closer to 3,500 bucks, 3,200 bucks? Yeah. $4,000. It's on the higher realm. I mean, $4,000, you're pushing Staccato XC. It could be a tough pill to swallow because a lot of people want that XC, and it's coming with, the island comped barrel, all that good stuff. So, I mean, it's going to come down to personal preference. There's probably a little bit more one-on-one time with this pistol than a staccato, where they're building them a lot faster. They do have a higher volume of order, I believe, and they're trying to pump them out for law enforcement, some competition shooters, things like that. So I know staccato has a much faster production, but they're still building a very nice pistol. This is, I would say the staccato is the best value. If you want to have something different, I think you're going to get your money's worth on these pistols. When people go to cut them loose later on, they tend to do well on them. They hold their value. I'm very excited to see their bull barrel version. Once again, not excited with how the companies handled things or their customers, but the build of the pistol itself is nice. I do like it. Seems the finish is holding up well. Very accurate when I was shooting it. Very good follow-up shots. I did enjoy this pistol. I really did. So, you know, I don't have to like the company to like the product. I'm not one of those people that will totally write everything off. Also, not one of those ones that if I like a company so much, but I don't like the product, that I'll lie. I'm very honest about things, you know, just like you guys have seen in my Prodigy review. I bought that pistol myself, hoping it would run good. It ran like crap and had Chambers fix it. And now that is one of my favorite pistols, like, of all time. It's a really good gun now that it's been fixed. So once again, just trying to provide you guys with some info. I haven't been able to see a Triarc in person until this one was sent to me. It's going to go home very soon after its thorough cleaning. Really enjoyed it. Thank you so much to Ed for sending it down and over to me so that I could review it. Look forward to getting some other stuff in to review with you guys. If you have any questions or comments, you know, drop them down in the comments below, or catch me on Instagram, 9mm Slinger. But yeah, if you guys are looking for something a little different, a well-built pistol, and you're willing to wait, I think the Triarc's pretty cool. Really down with it. I liked it a lot. I really did enjoy shooting it. It's a nice pistol. That's my final words. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. If you have any suggestions on something you'd like to see in the future, or something you'd like me to talk about, let me know. I do have a new Holosun optic coming in, the 507 comp. Looking at probably swapping that on one of my staccatos and moving a few things around, so can't wait to go over that with you guys. Did get an SRO in. That's going to be going to my next build that'll hopefully be done towards the end of the year. So I'll be able to kind of look at different optics and show you guys some new things. Once again, if there's anything you guys would like to see, please let me know. Appreciate all the support. All right, bye.